Hello, everybody. This is the article that goes with your argument analysis test for Unit 1. I'm going to read through this article called Should We Bring Back Extinct Species? Then I will go back through the article and give you an idea of where the claims and the reasons are at, and give you a few tips to help you do well on your test. Should we bring back extinct species? The idea of bringing extinct species back to life is known as de-extinction, and it's now a legitimate scientific field. By extracting DNA from museum specimens and splicing it into the cells of similar living species, scientists say they can engineer animals back into existence. Researchers have started thinking seriously about which extinct species to focus their efforts on. Near the top of most lists are the woolly mammoth, which lived in the Arctic and went extinct about 4,000 years ago, and the passenger pigeon, which was once the most common bird in North America but went extinct in 1914. Just because scientists may be able to bring species back doesn't mean they should. Two scientists debate the ethics of de-extinction. So the yes side is by Ben J. Novak. He's the lead researcher of Revive and Restore. Reviving an extinct species may sound like something out of Jurassic Park, but the science of de-extinction is real. It's not possible to bring back dinosaurs because they've been extinct too long and their DNA is no longer salvageable. But new genetic technologies enable us to recreate more recently extinct species just like passenger pigeons and woolly mammoths. Thinking of Jurassic Park, you might think de-extinction is threatening, but bringing back certain species has benefits. De-extinction could play a key role in healing damaged ecosystems because it's actually just an extension of good old-fashioned conservation work, the protection of existing animals and their environments. Conservationists have already had success returning living species to areas where they've died out. One example is the return of wolves to Yellowstone National Park. Their extermination a century ago led to environmental problems, such as the decline of certain trees. But just 20 years after conservationists returned wolves to Yellowstone, the ecosystem is much healthier. That's because by eating elk, wolves give tree saplings a chance to grow. The young trees attract beavers, which make dams that draw birds and amphibians. More species thrive in the park today than when wolves were missing. De-extinction can do the same in other places. Finding wolves for Yellowstone was easy since they still lived in other places. But what about a species that no longer exists anywhere on Earth? De-extinction lets us bring them back too. More than 3 billion passenger pigeons once lived in North America's forests. Their immense flocks created a diverse woodland habitats needed by hundreds of plants and animals. Since their extinction, diversity in forests has declined substantially, leaving many species struggling. Bringing back passenger pigeons would help save today's threatened species. Not every extinct species will survive in modern times, and even fewer serve important roles for conservation. We need to focus on bringing back those critical extinct species that will help other living species. All right, then we have our no article by Joseph Bennett. He's the assistant professor of biology at Carleton University. Scientists believe somewhere between 200 and 2,000 species become extinct every year, many more than official counts record. And that number could be even higher. By the time you go to bed tonight, 1, 10, or maybe more species that have been on Earth millions of years will be gone forever. Although de-extinction has been touted as a way of reversing this horrible trend, this argument does not hold up. For the millions of dollars it would cost to bring one species back from extinction and support it in the wild, we could save dozens more species from going extinct in the first place. Because scientists have limited resources, a decision to do one thing is a decision not to do another. A decision to spend millions on resurrecting one species is a decision to neglect others and allow them to go extinct. The process of bringing back an extinct species is not only expensive, it's risky. In most cases, the habitat for the extinct species people want to resurrect is gone or seriously altered. Mammoths, for example, went extinct after the Arctic began warming 10,000 years ago. It's much warmer there now than when it was then, and it's getting hotter every year. The most likely result of bringing back extinct species is that we'd find ourselves trapped in a cycle where we would need to spend more and more money just to keep their tiny populations alive. Those who support bringing back extinct species will say that doing so will help support other species. But we already have many important species such as elephants, tigers, and rhinos that are in serious trouble. Why not work on keeping them alive? They'll also argue by resurrecting an extinct species we'll learn many lessons on genetics and breeding. But we can learn exactly the same lessons by working on trying to save living species. There's also the risk that reintroducing long extinct species will actually hurt the environment if these species spread out of control. The evidence is overwhelming. De-extinction is not a good investment for the environment. It may well be interesting science, but it's not conservation. Okay, so what you all need to remember is, first of all, make sure you fill out all the boxes. You need your title, you need your authors and the credentials listed after the author's name in the boxes. Then you need to have a sentence for each box, and you need to have, even including the claim, you need a sentence for that. You can't just say yes or no. So for the yes article, your claim is going to be in this first paragraph here. Try my hand at writing with this thing. My M is going to be harder. There we go. So the claim is going to be in this section. Okay. Let's see. So there's going to be 4 reasons in each of these articles, but remember, you only need 3 for the chart. So one of the reasons is going to be in this area here. I'm just going to give you a roundabout area. And another one's going to be in this area here. So remember, keep your reasons simple. That's the main thing. And put them in your own words. You're not copying your reasons from the article, but you are copying your evidence from the article, and you're going to cite that with the author's last name and page number at the end of your evidence. There's another one in this area. Okay. In this area. Okay. So here's the yes. I've given you an idea where to find the reasons, and the evidence should be somewhere in that same vicinity. For your reasons, for example, you can look at that model that I give you about surveillance cameras. So what's one reason why we should have surveillance cameras in schools? Because it will stop some of the bullying that's going on. That's one reason. So just keep it simple like that. All right. So to move this down, I have to erase this. So if you guys need this, you can just pause the video and get it down before moving on. But it won't move with the paper when I move down to the next one, so I have to erase it. Okay. So same with this one. The claim is going to be in the first paragraph here that you need. Okay. So remember, the claim can't be just yes or no. You have to have a sentence that states. Like I said, I don't think some of you are using that model I gave you. It's the same model I printed out for you to keep in your binders. I just went ahead and uploaded it here so you had it to use. So one reason, there's 4 reasons in this one too. One reason is going to be in this area here. There's another one down here. There's another in this area. I'm still trying to learn how to use this pen here. There we go. And one here. All right. So I'm going to post this to help you guys with your tests. If you have any additional questions, you can contact me by phone during school hours, or you can message me through Google Classroom, or you can email me. And I think that's all I have for you all right now. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you again on another video soon.